Hi and welcome to French Flashcards. One great feature of French Flashcards is the ability to use the Practice Words pop-up facility, which is just here. So I just click that and look what I get. It says to me what the word is, and then it tells me what it is: to argue, to quarrel. I can loop it, go to the next word.
Heure d'ouverture.
You got to admit that's great. I can then decide I want to be prompted another hour.
Jeunesse.
I've got another word. I can say I want to be prompted in 14 days for that one.
Reprendre.
And for this one, I think, well, I know that one. So I'm going to remove that from my list. It will come back eventually, but not within 90 days, that's for sure. And this one I want to block completely because I'm fed up with it. I don't want to know about it.
Lui.
And finally, I want to speed this up a bit, or I want to slow it down. So I can choose 3 minutes if I want to sit and look at it. You can always want to do that if you want to. Or you can make it 15 seconds, or you could do it 5 seconds. And then it will auto-load, and you don't have to press loop. It'll just in 5 seconds go to the next one.
S'envoler.
You got to admit, that is one heck of a... Or you just click here to stop it. There we go. Job done. That is a fantastic facility, you've got to admit. Anyway, next time. Cheers now. There is a great feature that brings a number of things together in one sort of area, and that is sentences down here. So I'll just click on that.
Je suis allé en Chine, mais je n'ai pas visité Pékin.
Wow, that's a whole sentence in French spoken to me. Now, it follows the same idea that the loop, your standard words and lists, it gives you an entire sentence. Wherever you see on the system explain, it works in the same way. The usual features are here, whether you wish to be reminded in an hour or 30 days and so forth. You also have the speed of the loop. However, down here we have the actual words that make up the sentence. I can decide these words are obviously in my loop. These words are not. It asks me whether I want to add them or not. Well, I want to add this one. Maybe I don't know it. I do know it, but let's pretend I don't. Supposing this one, no, I don't want to be reminded anymore. I know this one now. And je suis, yeah, of course I know that one. So I'll have that removed. So they will be out of my words list to be reminded about. It's sort of very interactive. It's all there. I think that's really, really terrific. And I just love the way you can have a whole sentence just played to you.
Nous allons souvent à la montagne.
Brilliant, eh? That really is good. Okay, till next time. Cheers now. Hey, let's look at writing exercises. Well, it's not writing, it's typing. Right, it's going to ask me English for that word, but I guess it is. Right, let's guess it's murder. Right, submit it.
Meurtre.
There you go, got it right. It said it for me, which is great. Asking me for next, I can actually remove it from my word list, and it shows me all the other detail. We've been over that before, so I won't go back into it. Let's look at the next one. Oh, jury, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's say it's J-U-R-I-E. Submit. Oh.
Jury.
Oh, it said it, and let's do it again.
Jury.
It's the same as in English, but there you go. So I can remove that from my list, leave it there, do what I want, and go on to the next one. But let's pretend I don't know, okay? Say not sure.
Interrogatoire.
Well, simple as that. Couldn't be easier. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, till next time. Cheers now. This is when the writing exercise really gets more interesting. Well, as we say, it's not really writing, it is typing. It's reverse, right? Ah, right. What's the French for interrogation? Now I know we've had this before, and you'll notice up here we've got the accented characters which we can just hit on and use. That's brilliant. However, I'm not brave enough for that, so let's try something like that. What do you think? Oh, right, let's have a look.
Interrogatoire.
Oh, not bad, not bad, not right, but not bad at all. Now, if I felt pretty confident I was getting there, I could remove it from my list, or I could just hit next, see what the next one is. Judge. Now, I really have no idea. So hit not sure.
Juge.
Try that again.
Juge.
Well, it's just like English, I'm afraid, except for the D. Okay, but I could remove that from my list and go on to the next one. So there you go. Couldn't be easier, could it really? So till next time. Cheers now. To me, this is probably one of the most useful features. It is certainly the most challenging feature. It is the sound.
Coupable.
Wow, there we go. It asked you the word, and you can choose from whether it's got whether it's masculine, feminine, or plural, or it's got no article. It's a verb. You can also use the characters here for accents. Pretty nifty. I'm not going to use those. Let's see if we got something like that. Let's have a listen again.
Coupable.
Okay, I'm going to drop that L. See how we go.
Coupable.
Hey, I got that right. I'm very pleased with that. So I could remove it from my list and go on to the next one.
Suspect.
Suspect. I'm going to say that's a masculine. And there we go.
Suspect.
Oh, it wasn't too far out, but you get the idea. The ability to actually have it.
Suspect.
Now listen to that. It gets your ear tuned in. That's absolutely brilliant. So, till next time. Cheers now. A great way to practice is to have things grouped. And here's where you find the topics list comes into its own. Here you have lists for general subjects that you can browse down. So let's look at law, judiciary, legal words. Right, let's have a browse, see what's in there. We've got 24 words. Oh, tribunal. Let's see what that says.
Tribunal.
So that speaks the word to you, which is great. Let's look at details.
Tribunal.
Right. On details, not only do you have the word, you can add it, which you could do on the other screen. Plus, you also have the ability to listen to it in a sentence.
Il n'a pas pu prouver son innocence au tribunal.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'll come back and master that later somehow. So, but there you go. I mean, that's extremely powerful, especially when you're trying to approach talking to somebody and you have specific needs. Here you're trying to get off of doing a crime, I guess, in which case you'd want to add that to your list. So let's just go back briefly and see what else we've got. We can grab the entirety of that to the list if you really want to concentrate on that. So we just grab the whole thing. That will then go on a list. So you can choose from an existing list, which may be the master list or everyday words which I've set up, or you can create another one. It's legal. Yeah, we'll call it legal, and we'll grab that into the list legal. So now I have another list with the 24 words for legal in there. I can look at it and I can activate the list from here and start to work with it immediately. Now you've got to admit that is extremely powerful, very, very useful, very targeted. Till next time. Cheers! A really fun thing to do is use game. It's just down here. I'm just going to click on it, game. Right, what it does is basically give you a word in French or English, and you've got to choose the multiple choice. You'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner of that segment of the screen, it's ticking away the seconds. So it's asking me, what is the French? Oh, this is a toughie. Oh, I'm going to say something wrong this time. There we go. Oh, got it wrong. So the game's over. Now what you're doing here is competing with yourself and of course other people. I'll show you that later in the rankings. And what it's done is given you the expression that you need. You can go down here and remove it from your word list if you don't want it in your word list anymore, or you can add it back to your word list if you want to, if you just want to keep having that prompted. You can click for the new game, and you can actually look down here for a load of other things. Sentences in which the expression is used, more example sentences. Look, there are 81 of them here. You can contribute your own. How useful do you need something to be, you ask yourself. Right, let's click for a new game. Right, this one. Okay, what's the English for free? Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to say prize or price. I like that idea. Right, here we go. Hey, I got it right.
Prix.
There you go. And it tells me. Did you hear that? Let's do it again.
Prix.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? And it also tells me whether it's masculine or feminine, which really helps me in organising sentences. And again, you have the sentence examples on the right. So there you go. That is really, really useful. Let's have a look at rankings. It shows you this is not underutilized. Look at all these people, look how many correct answers they've got, how many games they've played, and the highest score. Oh, I should be going some to achieve that. So there you go. That's game. I think it's something that, I think it's something that you should really use. Cheers now. This is a really cool feature. Supposing you've got some text that you want to have looked at and you really don't know what it says, or you want to have what it says confirmed, and maybe some of those words you want to remember. How can you do that? Well, you can use the site to do that by using the text analyzer. Let's have a look at that. Now, I just happen to have some text that I've copied to my clipboard that I'm just going to paste now. There, look at that. Right, that's a bunch of French words. Let's find out what it says. I'm going to hit the Analyze French Text button, and it goes away. And there you go. It now tells me the words it can find. Some of the words it can't find, but generally speaking, you will find the words. I think you can guess the rest, which is neat. But the beauty of this is all the words it can find, it has available for your list. So if you look down here, you'll see all the words it can find, you can add to your list. Supposing I want to add this one to my list, I just click add. Just like that. If I don't know how it's pronounced, I can hit
Moitié.
Hey, that's you got to admit that's brilliant. The interactivity is something else again. So that is a very, very useful tool. It saves you going off to a dictionary somewhere else. It is all compact, plus it works with your word list. I can't say better than that. Hey, you know what? I nearly forgot the hover feature, where you put your cursor over the word and it tells you about the word itself to save you going down the list. So you can go down the list to hear it, but you can also view it here. Now that is very, very nifty. Excellent. So, see you next time. Cheers now.